Welcome students, Thomas Harmer here, your accounting professor, and this is an introduction to your second accounting project, Evans Consulting. Now this accounting project is done in Excel, so it is like a manual accounting system as compared to using QuickBooks or a program like that, where you enter transactions and boom, you can create financial statements in moments. This is a manual accounting system done in Excel, and the purpose of that is so that you can learn and experience the flow of data through an accounting system. Now this is going to be in debits and credits, where the first accounting project you had in Keen Dry Cleaners was in Excel, but in columns and rows, and each column was a different account, and the totals at the bottom of the columns went to the financial statements. Now you're dealing with a new paradigm, and that paradigm is debits and credits and T accounts. So this Evans accounting project is going to take you through that process of entering transactions with debits and credits, posting them to the general ledger accounts, and then at the end of an accounting period, which in this case is going to be 1 month, you're going to be able to produce financial statements. Now, one thing about financial statements is if they ever end up in court, then the witness would be you, the accountant, and the prosecutor or the defendant or the person investigating would be wanting to know the details of what is behind each number in the financial statement. So you go from the financial statement back to the general ledger accounts, and the general ledger accounts take you back to the individual transactions. And those individual transactions is where the fraud can occur. And so consequently, every transaction in an accounting system has to take a person back to the original source documents. So you're going to be seeing that and experiencing that in this process of creating that audit trail all the way through to the financial statements from the source documents. Okay, so let's go from here, and I'll take you and give you a walkthrough, an overall view of how the Evans Accounting Project is organized. Here we are in Canvas, and I'm in the Evans 1 assignment. And here is the file that's provided in this particular demonstration. It varies from quarter to quarter with different data, but the same narratives. Okay, so here we click on this it comes up down here. I'm in Chrome, so I know Edge and other browsers have different methods of bringing up Excel files, but click on that and we end up in our Excel file here. Okay, so when we come into the Excel file, you notice this is very small font. I mean, it's not readable, but I'm going to deal with that as we proceed here. I want to show you, first of all, in the lower, since you're new to Excel, in the lower right corner is where you can set the zoom. So if I click the plus sign down here, you notice that it enlarges the item, enlarges the whole screen. So now it's legible. I had it small before so you could see the whole page and see that, you know, that there is an upper narrative and a lower assignment area and video links. Okay, so if you notice down here across the bottom of the screen, I have instructions. That's the page we're in here. I've got grading, journal, general ledger, trial balance, and worksheet statements and post-closing trial balance. So these are all the different worksheets involved in this accounting project. You can see there's your trial balance. Now, these, and that's all the way to our post-closing trial balance. So we come back. Now you see it, that first one, the instructions is off the page. So if I come over to the lower left here, I can scroll right and scroll left to bring up the various worksheets that are in the project. Okay, so here we are. This narrative is also included in the Kansas assignment narrative, so just so it's in both places. And then on the lower part of the page, I have the assignment here. Evans 1, Evans 2, Evans 3. And you notice it says do not continue until Evans 1 has been graded and you have corrected your original Evans 1 project file. So when you submit Evans 1, I will correct it with red marks and whatnot and send it back to you. You make those corrections in the original that you submitted me. I have a significant point deduction of like 25 points if you just convert all my red text into black text and use it for your next submission. So no, you make your corrections in your original. And that is part of your learning process. By making those corrections, you are experientially learning how to do it properly. So, okay, we got that. So these are the instructions all on one page right there. And then on the right, you can see I have the videos that we have available for you to watch. And this format over here is going to be changing a bit as I'm updating it with this video as we speak right now. So I do require that you watch these videos. So I have a walkthrough video that we're going through now, and then I have an Evans 1 video that takes you through transaction entry. So you notice here, now if I do a Control P, hold my Control key down and hit P, then it gives me a preview of how that page is going to print. Okay, there we go. So you can see this one is formatted for printing so that you can print out this first page. Okay, you hit your escape key and you go right back. Now if we come, now here's grading. Okay, so this is the grading rubric. Here's Evans 1 as that's graded, Evans 2, Evans 3, and Evans 4. And it mentions at the top here, errors in one submission must be corrected or they will be deducted again in the next submission. So if you don't make corrections that I've sent you for Evans 1, then those deductions will be deducted again in Evans 2. So you want to make the corrections and then move forward to the next version or the next submission of Evans. Okay, so we got Evans 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can see those here. Now if you notice here, I do a Control P, and this is also formatted for printing. There you go. Okay, so then I escape and I come back. Now we come here to the General Journal. So in the General Journal, I have instructions at the top for print formatting. Okay, you want to follow these or I'm doing deductions on your print formatting. Okay, now watch, if I do a Control P, I've formatted it so it's only printing this one little block because that's all it's formatted for. So this is showing me, this person did not format for printing for the journal. Okay, so you go back and then you follow the instructions and do your print formatting. Okay, now down here it says please read instructions, especially those highlighted in yellow, and it says delete this. So that means you're going to delete that, and after reading this one you're going to delete that, and that. Okay, cite the chart of accounts on the right for account name. So over on and then delete that. Okay, so now your journal is ready for entry. Okay, and you notice here this is our chart of accounts. So these are the account names that we're using, and these are the account numbers that we're using. And I say here transactions to enter. So we scroll down. Here's the transactions that you're going to enter. So this is transaction A, B, C, etc. Okay, so let's see. Then general ledger. It's the same thing. You got print and formatting. If I do a Control P here, it comes up with this page. Of course, it was not print formatted. Okay. Now, so in the worksheet, the same thing. Statements, same thing. Post-closing trial balances is already formatted for printing, so you're okay there. Now, I'll show you some. So you're not only learning accounting here, but in using Excel, you're learning print formatting, which is significant in a number of ways. Your personal life, anything in business is using Excel. And two, in the end, I am using that print formatting assists me in grading your work. So with that, you've gotten an overview of the Evans accounting project. Now from here, go to the Evans 1 demonstration video on doing data entry in Evans, and you will be ready to go. Take care.